All right, we are live from Baymar Arena. Got Minnetonka and Edina. Minnetonka coming as a favorite. Big favorite, kind of like 2004 when the Vikings played the Packers and the Vikings upset them at Lambeau and Moss Moon the crowd. It's just one of those games. Heavy favorite tonight, Minnetonka. Betting lines are through the roof out in Vegas.
I may just have to move because I can't.
McGarvey on the draw. That's a win. Sauter throws that back behind the netminder. Little battle on the far boards now. McGarvey coming over trying to poke it free. Backhands that behind the netminder. Minnetonka trying to chase it down. Edina with some early pressure here to start the game. Schutt's got to regroup. Wait for everybody to get on sides. McGarvey now touches up and looks to enter a nice poke check there. I believe that was Kate Jewett from Minnetonka. Nelson now playing in front of Wheaton. Nelson now exiting across neutral zone. Trying to hit Hoffman. That's tipped. That'll have to be played. Hoffman now on the chase along with Morgan. Morgan takes a stab at it, trying to collect. Goes down. Puck loose in the corner. Still battling. Couple Minnetonka girls trying to whack it free. They do. Nice pinch there by Sweetser. Gets deep up into play and is able to keep it in the zone. Minnetonka now with a little rush of their own. 2-on-3. Swing and a miss by Capeller. Boards. Hoffman now trying to play it off her stick. Sweetser now in a battle. That's Sweetser. Shot from the point. That goes wide and it hits a Tonka player and ricochets to the corner. Centering pass, not close, and that was Williamson earlier on a nice pinch, so I got that wrong right away. I'm 0 for 1 tonight. Williamson trying to get it up to Morgan. Morgan now touches it to Fitzgerald. Fitzgerald chips it across neutral ice. Fresh legs for Edina. Minnetonka won't be able to gather it in time to fully catch him. That'll have to be played by Carroll from Minnetonka as she looks a center pass, and that's off a stick. Schutt now trying to get it out. That's going to hop to Helfrich. Helfrich up to Heinmiller. Heinmiller off of her stick. Minnetonka now wins that battle. Schutt's now trying to gather. Schutt up to Sauter. Sauter with a little dangle and trying to get it deep, but that's collected by Minnetonka. Stumbling a bit. Allows Heinen to come over with a little bit of a jump in her step. Minnetonka now 2-on-1. Shot, save, rebound, crash into the net. The puck's loose. Still loose, battling, that's going to slip just behind the net. Minnetonka now controlling. Going to have to collapse on that. Nice play by Helfrich to take the wraparound away. Minnetonka shoots wide. Minnetonka now regrouping. Ullman trying to get that up to Hochbaum. Hochbaum now entering 1-on-2. Little toe drag, shot, goal. Not as fast as the first goal that we had against us at Scrimmage Fest. That was probably about 45 seconds in. This takes all of 2 minutes and 48 seconds. McGarvey on the draw, Carter to her right, Morgan to her left. Had a conversation with Taylor. You get a couple of those girls, you're going to have to take the body, you're going to have to put them to the ice. There's about 4 or 5 girls from Tonka that are capable of undressing the D. And we'll see, that won't be the last time. Morgan now trying to answer, just bumped off the puck. Puck slips to the slot. That's taken away from Minnetonka. That's the one I was talking about. If Laney gets it, you got to take that body. She's going to try to slide it past you. I saw Lindsay do that against Woodbury. It was a very pretty goal. She had one against us too. Another one of those players that 1-on-1, you just have to hold your breath. Lindsay, number 7, the one that just had the rush. Take the body. Yeah, body. Yeah, she's as skilled as any forward on the rush. I mean, her hands are as good as anybody on the ice. Hoffman trying to chip it in. That's kept out. Sauter trying to play it at center ice. Throws it in. That's collected by Minnetonka. Minnetonka now is able to chip it out of their zone. Little neutral ice battle. Minnetonka decides to throw it deep. Icing waved off. It'll have to be played as Helfrich gives chase. Helfrich turns. Throws it up to center ice. Minnetonka's there waiting. 2 on the puck. Sauter's going to have an opportunity. Sauter on her backhand, and that's wide. It was a nice back check from Minnetonka to get back. Minnetonka was beat, and they closed in a hurry. Fast enough to have that puck kept on the backhand from Sauter. Didn't give her enough time to get that to the forehand, and Sauter did everything she could do to throw it to the net. First real good opportunity from Edina. Fitzgerald now, regrouping in her own zone. Wheels, pass shoot, trying to get it up to Hoffman. That's off the boards. Tonka now looking to play. Hoffman now off of her body into the zone. Nice play by Hoffman to get in the way of that. Minnetonka looking to exit. Shoot now in support. Trying to get it to Heinen. Heinen collects. And Morgan's taken down, but the official was going down at the same time, so we didn't see it. Don't know if it would have been called, but his eyes weren't on the play to make the call. No fault of his. Got to protect yourself first. Minnetonka now trying to exit. Morgan comes over and gives a stab at it. Gets her stick out just in time to negate the hook. Boss Crone from Minnetonka dumps it deep. Heinen now chasing along with Nelson. Heinen still chasing. Nelson comes over, and that's going to go behind Wheaton. Minnetonka first to the puck. Bodies crashing. Incidental contact there. Minnetonka controlling, trying to center it. Morgan tries to come away with it. Morgan now collects in her own zone. She'll come across neutral ice. 2-on-2 hockey with the back check. A couple girls are gassed, so Morgan wisely just dumps that in the zone to get some fresh legs on the ice. Minnetonka now trying to exit, skate to stick. They'll come across neutral ice. Minnetonka controlling, trying to get it back to the D. That's successful, but a couple of Hornets converge and are able to knock that puck loose and get that to the near boards where Sweetser's coming over to try to fight. Carter now, 2-on-3 with Sauter. Minnetonka flips it back out. Puck battle won by Edina. They throw it back the other way. Edina do a good job winning those battles. The ones that are trying to get deep just don't have enough steep on them, and they're just getting collected by Minnetonka with a fair amount of ease. That's just more of a result of, timing and circumstance. Nothing that we're doing wrong. It's just haven't had enough time to really get that deep. Minnetonka's been well positioned. High fly ball reaches neutral ice. Carter tips that to McGarvey. McGarvey now trying to pull, drag, and gets a shot on. Tries to go 5-hole, and that's collected. A little shoving in front of the net. I like to see our girls fight a little bit. That's our space as much as theirs. Nice job by McGarvey to get a quick, hard shot off. I didn't know that she was going to be able to get that off with that defense closing, but did a great job of getting it on net. Big save from the Tonka's goalie to keep it 1-0 with 7:52 remaining. Hoffman trying to punch at the corner. Minnetonka's there. Minnetonka now controlling around their netminder. Behind their netminder, they'll come out with a rush. They dump it. Nelson up to Hoffman. Hoffman's got that little chip out of our zone down. It's been like 4 or 5 times the last 2 games where she just gets a perfect stick on it to get it out of the zone. Yeah, you definitely gotta know when 15's got the puck. Intercepted by Ullman. Ullman, you gotta watch her too. She has a cannon. Ullman trying to operate in space, loses her edge. Hawkbaum picks up for Tonka. Edina now trying to come away with it. Fitzgerald now not able to get enough on it. Shoot's able to collect. Shoot now, change in direction. Trying to get it up to Hoffman. That's past her. Ullman to Sauter. Fresh on the ice off the change. Minnetonka now, they get it into the zone. Sweetser's there, she'll collect first. Slams on the brakes, trying to get it up back to Heinmiller. Just outside her reach. Heinmiller fighting at the blue line. The puck's going to spit to Heinen. Heinen now trying to shove it forward. That's collected by Tonka as they throw it to the far boards. Williamson tries to come over to play it, does. Throw a flip pass over to Heinmiller. Heinmiller dumps and chase. McGarvey now on the ice. McGarvey will join the action with Sauter chasing. McGarvey collects the puck in the corner. McGarvey trying to operate, but we're getting off on a change, so there's nobody there except for Sauter, and that's just past her stick. McGarvey had to buy a few seconds. Finally, she's like, I got to get this sucker on net. Carter battling. Carter comes away with it momentarily. Minnetonka now is able to collect. Tonka trying to get it across neutral ice. Schutt's able to intercept. Schutt up to McGarvey. That's past her stick. That'll reach Helfrich back in the zone, and she'll get it up to McGarvey. McGarvey now taken down, and that has got to be a call, but they're going to let that go. Wow, that's the first, I would say, missed call of the game, but if they're not going to call it, they're not going to call it. Shot, rebound! Oh, no, they said it hit the post. I thought I saw the net flutter. Shoot now. Bumped off the puck. Shot. Save. Covered up. And we got it. I'm just going to hay because you can't be doing that. Maybe the refs need a little influence of some boisterous fans to make a call, but that's 2 calls right now that have not went our way. And they're going to get one. We'll take that one. That's a makeup call.
In the box with their dad.
Yeah, you got to call that one, but we did dig pretty late at that puck. We did pull pretty late. But hey, listen, that first one should have been called. So wherever it is, it is. It's where it should be, and that's a 5-on-4 advantage for Edina with 5:15 remaining, trying to get evened up in this hockey game. We either have, we just got to put the time on the clock. That's what we're waiting for. Referee's coming over to see if he can offer some assistance. Real surprised that first one wasn't called. KK played it perfectly, kept the puck wide, kept her body between the player and the puck. So we're going to have McGarvey shoot back at the point, Morgan and Fitzgerald and Sauter at the forwards as they are still trying to figure out how to get 2 minutes on the board. Well, we can go over some scores. Edina beat Holy Family 2-1 or 3-2. Varsity girls hockey. Mankato took Prior Lake's 12UA team behind the woodshed down in Mankato and beat them 6-1. The 10UA Edina Hornets came away with a 3-1 win against Prior Lake. I'm running out of scores. I'm trying to think. Champlain Park, Coon Rapids upset Proctor Hermantown and girls varsity hockey last night. All right, we got 2 minutes on the clock, 5:13 left in the period. Puck's down. Minnetonka now controls me on their netminder. 5-on-4 hockey here. Shoot trying to keep it in, does, touches it to Morgan. Morgan now entering the slot. Morgan drops it from McGarvey. McGarvey shoots, and that's saved. I really thought that one was a goal. I swear I saw that net move, and a couple of the girls started raising their sticks. Go watch that on replay.
It probably was.
No looks or argument from the bench, so could have been, but no, as a Minnetonka will have an opportunity here shorthanded. Shot. Wheaton comes up and makes a save. Is that Wheaton or Weary? Weary's in net tonight. So Weary comes up and cuts off the angle, makes a huge save. Centering pass. And that's a shorthanded goal for Taka. Yep. 4:33 shorthanded. See if they come back with. They're going to come back now with traditional D and keep Heinen and Heinmiller experimenting a little bit with the forward back edge D, which you got to do, right? We're having a tough time put the puck in the net.
Probably not at this game.
Yeah, maybe not this game. Cake Eater, we gave up 2.25 goals per game as a team, not as a D, not as a goalie, but as a team. I mean, that's right about where you'd like it. We just not get enough action in the other net. Heinmiller fights off a hook. Heine, nice position there to collect the loose change. Minnetonka now trying to win that neutral ice battle. Nelson over to Williamson, off her stick. Williamson collects, punches up to Heinmiller. She's bumped off the puck. Edina now trying to converge on the rush. Minnetonka looks like they're on the power play, but I assure you they are not. Minnetonka keeps it in the point, throws it back. And Nelson gets away with a trip there. That could have been called. Shot goes wide. So that's even things up. We could have had one call. They could have had one call. So nice block by Nelson there. Textbook. Like that. Minnetonka controls. Nelson intercepts. Nelson's able to clear, and Heinmiller almost was able to poke it to herself, and she would have had some space to operate. Full strength now, 5-on-5 hockey. Swing and a miss from Tonka, but they're able to collect. Thought about a pass up to Lindsay, and Halpich is going to have to get back, and she does just in time to whack that to the corner. Tonka now with some pressure. Shot, and that just goes off Weary's glove. Probably would have been wide anyways, but Weary got a little bit of leather on that. Credit her with the save. Fitzgerald now trying to get it out. Tonka trying to keep it in. Shoot coming over to give some assistance. Shoot trying to center it, and Tonka will come back the other way. Halpich is there to stand that play up. Heinmiller's doing everything she can to get it deep. She's got to get up on a chain. She's gashed. She's all over the ice. 2:19 remaining. Well, I would say thus far the opportunity is a little bit in favor of Minnetonka, but we've had some chances. We've had a few chances early. Wouldn't say grade A chances, but some pretty decent chances. More chances than we had, I feel like, than we had against, say Wayzata at this point in the game. Fitzgerald now trying to get it out. Minnetonka's there to collect that neutral ice. Morgan trying to beat the D to the puck, but the D had about a 10-foot head start on her, and she was able to get there. Morgan back to Nelson. Aaron pass there, but finds Minnetonka at the center of the ice. See if we can get a little pressure here before the period ends, as there's a $1:20 left. Minnetonka now 3-0. Shot, really comes up with a save and covers up. So our girls aren't the only ones that just shoot it right in the gut, I guess. I mean, it happens to everybody. Right? 3-0. Weary came out big time. That's just to beat the goaltender to the post move, and Weary played that perfectly, and Minnetonka played that terribly and shot it right in the breadbasket. So, win to Weary. Weary, that's the second time she's came up big on a breakaway, and she has a nice stick there to escort that to the boards. Centering pass, Halpich ties up Jewett in front. Heinmiller trying to get it out. That's kept in and shoved behind Weary. Williamson and Sauter in the area. Sauter trying to backhand it out. That's kept in. Edina now trying to muscle it out with 39 seconds, and they do. 37 left in the period. Minnetonka trying to get one last opportunity. Edina, I think, just trying to hold on. and get out of here down 2 and regroup and get a little pep talk between periods and see what we can come out with in the second. Nelson up to Hoffman, off her stick. Got to collect those pucks at the boards. And that'll do it. Well, it could be 4-0. That 6-1 game against Mankato that Prior Lake lost, that's not indicative of how good Prior Lake is. They're better than that. But you know how hockey games go sometimes. Nelson now trying to get it deep. Again, not enough on it, and that's collected by the D. They do us a favor, shoot over to Nelson, trying to get it up to Carter. Carter now gets it deep. Nice play there. Edina now chasing. Minnetonka does a nice job to get it off their stick in a hurry to shove it up the near boards. Nelson comes over to play that, otherwise Minnetonka was off on the races. So he sidestepped that opportunity that Minnetonka almost had. But Nelson was in the right spot. She was in the small neighborhood that time. We've been working on her. Don't be way over there and the puck's over here. Dave was like, get in that small neighborhood. So like small neighborhood. Minnetonka now with an opportunity shot, and that hits the outside of the post. Weary was positioned perfectly there. Carter now trying to grab. Carter exiting. Throws it up the boards. That's collected by Tonka. They'll look for a D-to-D pass there, and they'll get it, but that'll be misplayed and allow Morgan to put some pressure on. Shoot on a pinch. Morgan trying to collect. Off her stick. Thrown down behind Minnetonka. Heinmiller now chasing. Heinmiller gets in the way of that, but Boss Crone now coming out Minnetonka. A couple of skates and a stick got in the way of that rush, so nice job by Edina to stand their ground. Tonka now controlling. There's a boom, boom. That was right, boom, boom. And it's a goal for Tonka, 3-0, 13-17 remaining. Nothing to do about that as a goaltender. I mean, that's how you finish. Like, you get an opportunity. Unlike Hockbaum earlier, was right in the gut. That's how you don't want 15 to have the puck in that position. She'll finish more times than not, and she did there. Responsibly going into the boards are both teams. Nice hard play. Tonka now trying to exit again. Tonka dumps deep. Oh, that spits right in front of Weary. Took kind of an odd bounce off the side of the crease. I think she thought it was going to go behind the net as everybody else did. Edina's able to wipe it out of trouble. Just past Morgan's stick. Shoot comes to pinch. We'll have a 2-on-1. Shot. Rebound. Weary comes up big. I don't care what the score is. I don't care if it's 13-0. That's a big save. Weary's playing a really good hockey game thus far. Shoot now. Cross neutral ice. 1 to beat. Just poke checked out the puck. She'll grab that poke check in the corner. Minnetonka will come away with it. Sauter now trying to control, and we'll have an offsides with 12, just over 12 left in the second period. So we'll have Sauter, McGarvey, and Carter on the forwards. We'll have Nelson and Sweetser back at the point. Sauter now flips that into the zone. Tonka will be able to collect. Tonka now trying to get it up to the wing. Misplayed a bit, trying to get it out, and that gets past everybody. Hits some snow, and that allows it to not hit the end line, so that'll have to be played, obviously. Back to the point, tipped into the corner. Let the game breathe a little bit. see if our luck changes a little bit. Heinen almost won that puck battle, and she had Morgan streak into the net. Williamson trying to hold. Tonka trying to tip it out. They'll regroup back in their own zone. 3-on-3 hockey. Drop pass, nobody home. Heinmiller will pick up that. Heinmiller now across neutral ice. Shot, and that's gloved for a save with just over 10.5 remaining. Get there, not this. You get there with your feet.
She know what you're talking about.
Oh yeah, I told her, I said, get there with your feet. Get there with your feet. Don't just wave at it, gotta get there with your feet. Nice play by Edina to hold it in momentarily. Minnetonka trying to create a little bit momentum at neutral ice. They'll regroup back near their own zone. Now they'll get into neutral ice where it's into the snow pile. Shot, save. Nice stick by Weary. Not only was it a nice save, but did a nice job of keeping the puck from the front of the crease. Sauter's able to get there first, but she's bumped off the puck, trying to regain control. Fitzgerald coming over to help her out. Tonka gets away with a little bit of a dicey pass there that allows it to get it deep. Centering pass. Weary touches that to shoot. Nelson comes over now trying to get it out. That's kept in at the point. Firing squad action here in the last 20 seconds. Just get a stick on it and get it out of there. And just hops the D stick, and that'll go down the length of the ice. It'll have to be played. Weary with another save, rebound, and that just slides through the crease. Weary sticks that to the corner. Centering pass, a little hard. That slips to the secondary shooter, and she shoots that wide. Tonka now pinching. Lindsay in the D switch with her. Lindsay unloads a shot, not enough on that. Edina able to get it out due to Carter's effort. Sweetser now behind Weary. Sweetser puts on the brakes, looks for Carter. That's just off Tonka's forward stick, so icing waved off, and Tonka's able to get there first. Back to the point, shot tipped wide. Tonka now into the corner. Centering pass, slips to the slot, in the goal. Better get going. Well, I made the mistake of watching the Minnetonka Edina game from Scrimmage Fest today, a little bit. I was like, it wasn't that bad. They got an early one, but then it went a long time before they got their second one. And it was a really good move to get that second one. So I was thinking, well, I know things have changed. There's been a number of games played, but you know, it wasn't, I felt, as bad of a 4-0 game just because of how, you know, the goals were spread out. But here we are just past the midway point in the second period, and they've already got the 4. That hops a defense stick again, and Sauter throws it back into the zone. She'll get off on a change. Nice play by Heinen there. Got a stick in the way as Tonka was trying to rush it out of the zone. See if Fitzgerald can get one back to Claire here. Nice play there. Let me get that number. Morgan bumped her off the puck. Sweetser trying to get it deep. That hits a shin pad, and Minnetonka able to flip it back to the point. Sweetser still fighting to keep it in. Morgan trying to dig it out. Finally gets out of the zone. We'll have the same battle about 5 feet further this way. Edina able to get it in. Morgan trying to collect, and she goes down hard, and we'll have at least a 2.
That was bad.
We'll have at least a 2 on that, and they'll touch up, and we'll get a whistle.
That was bad.
That was a tough one. That was full arm extended into the back.
Yeah. Yeah.
5! I was screaming that we have 5 on the ice. I was not screaming for the official. I was telling the coaches to make sure we have 5 on the ice. That could have been a 5. Like, I tell you what, if you have 4 more of those, yeah, if you have 4 more of those, like 1 out of those 4, a girl's going to be carried off the ice. Edina now trying to create something, anything, as they tried to get it in front of the crease, but Minnetonka's there to stand that up as they sloppily control behind their net minder and throw it out of the zone for Shoot to collect. Shoot now over to Sauter. Sauter dumps, asks May to chase. Morgan now collects in the corner. She's in the front of the net. Pass, and just through McGarvey's skates. Well, now it looks like we're on the power play on this power play. We're in their zone. We're controlling a little bit of the tempo, trying to create some opportunities. And we should have a whistle with an offsides. .33 seconds left in the power play. 5 minutes left in the period. Heinen on the draw. Over to Heinmiller. Heinmiller trying to punch it deep. Tonka takes it away, trying to come back the other way. Tonka now exiting. Nelson with a nice stick there to stand the play up. Tonka throws it behind Weary. Williamson now in the corner chasing. Williamson collects. playing a little keep away with the forechecker. That reaches back to the point and just slips past their stick. That'll have to be controlled back at neutral ice. Minnetonka now entering. 1-on-4. Shot. It's a goal. 1-on-4. Tonka enters, throws it on net, finds the back of the net. We've got a 5-0 hockey game. I believe in the books that is an even strength goal. I wasn't paying attention to when that penalty was expiring, but I believe it expired by the time I hit the back of the net. Tonka now, 3-on-3 hockey. Little flip pass across neutral ice, collected by Tonka. Tonka now looking to get it in the scoring area. Hard into the boards as Tonka was taken down a little bit, but then lost an edge as she was trying to regain control. Glad to see her get up right away. Hoffman behind the net. Hoffman now, centering pass, hits the side of the net, stays loose in the crease. Shoot gives way to Sweetser. Sweetser throws out on net, and that's a pad save to the corner. McGarvey now collecting neutral ice. Fights off a slash. Edina had 3 there to surround the Tonka forward. They're able to get that puck back in the zone, but Tonka will try to catch Edina a little bit of a change. They'll just throw it down. They must need a change themselves as they'll take an ice with 3:13 remaining. Well, I know it's 5-0, but I'd like to get the next one. I just would. I'd like to get the next one. I'd like to see our girls get in a huddle and celebrate a little bit. Tonka controls that face-off. Behind their net minor, puts on the brakes. Trying to get up to the wing. The wing has to come back for a little bit. High split pass now again. Boy, Tonka really works that play well. It's just a standard play. Hit the wing and then trying to flop it to the seam or, flip it up to the other wing and create that odd girl advantage. Nothing fancy, it's just that pass is usually collected on the boards and then and Weary with a glove save, hopping around a little bit, loose, and we'll finally get a whistle. Weary's been busy. not only busy with pucks being thrown at her, but has to be mentally draining because she has to literally be paying attention at all times, ready for the next hard shot or the next odd girl rush or today's case, a few breakaways. Morgan does a nice job to muscle Tonka off the puck there. That spits right where Tonka was positioned perfectly in front of their net minor. They're trying to get it up the near boards. Williamson trying to keep it in. Get a little rough near boards now. That's deflected. Kept in by Heinen. Shoot back at neutral ice. Taken down, no call. Tonka trying to come back the other way. McGarvey comes back. Nice play by McGarvey to stick her off the puck. Nelson throws that up the near boards here. Heinmiller trying to get there, and she does. Pounds that off the boards and gets it out of the zone. Tonka now collecting at neutral ice.
Whoa, look out.
McGarvey punches into the zone. She'll win this skate race. Call it a foot race. Around the net, trying to get it back to shoot. Deflected, shot wide. Hoffman took a swing at it to try to one-time that home. Shoot now has to go back in her own zone and regroup. Nobody there, getting off on a change. One's almost got to wait to get off on that chain, unless you're just dead. You got to find that extra gear and get there. But probably just dead. Probably tired. It's like we're gonna play hard and do the best we can with this period. See if we can win this period. Yeah, they're looking for that little bit of a stretch pass, wasn't there. Well, Tonka did a good job with 88 flying across the ice to get there. Halfrich behind Weary, up to Sauter. Nobody's there for Sauter to pass to, so she's got to exit herself. The first pass was there, but there's nobody else to get that. There's not another pass available. Keep an eye on that. It's hard, as fast and deep as Minnetonka is. I mean, it's not necessarily that we're going to be in bad positions by choice, but when you're doing a lot of chasing and back checking and trying to help your teammates out because, well, you have to. It's like when you got a double team in basketball and someone's left wide open. It's like, well, you gotta pick your poison. Like, the guy's killing us. We gotta go bring another player. Well, the good ones will find that open player. You know, LeBrons and, you know, players like that. Oscar Robertson, or averaged a triple-double back in the day. Cincinnati product. Gia with a little hesitation move. Creates a little bit more time for herself. Nothing's home at the point. Looks Nelson off. Wisely goes back over to shoot. Shot, rebound. That's a nice play by Gia. Yeah, I mean, she moved a couple players with her eyes, and she kept them at bay with her eyes, and had shoot there. Puck hops a stick like it has the Tonka a few times. Hoffman gets it deep, she'll chase. Edina getting off on a change. So we'll have Helfrich's back at the point, see who joins her. Shoot will join Helfrich. McGarvey on the draw, Sauter to her right, Morgan to her left. McGarvey with a nice win there. Helfrich throws it on and covered up. As soon as that puck comes back here, one girl should be going there. As soon as you see that puck coming back here off that draw, you should be going right to that net. They probably were, I didn't see it, but we weren't even close. You can't go to the net as the shot's going there. You have to anticipate it, right? You can't go for a rebound in basketball after it hits rim. You got to, like Dennis Rodman said, he's like, I would study guys and I would have a good idea of where their ball would carry them off the rim based on the rotation of their shot, where they normally shot from. Yeah, I mean, he wasn't the tallest guy by any means. You just studied it over and over and over. If I only had this much information, I'm like a Cliff Clavin. Like, you're like, is this stuff true? If I only did this much studying it, like with school, I wouldn't have this community college accent, right? But I didn't like school. I like sports, so it was important for me to retain a lot of the stuff that I saw or read. Helfrich throws that on net. That's blocked. Rebound, and it's a spelling save. And we'll take that. That time we were there.
Wow.
I think McGarvey got that, was able to hammer it home.
Ooh, right on the board.
Good first save from the Tonka goalie. I mean, had to really get that leg extended, but well out of position to do anything about the rebound. And it's a 5-1 game. And the parents are riled up. They want more. They're chanting again. And nice goal there. Get on the board. This is the first goal against Tonka this year, and as Ann and I were just talking, it had been a while since we scored one against the Woodbury Andover Minnetonka team. Well, 11 periods of hockey went without scoring a goal against an Andover or Woodbury or Minnetonka team, and so we get one now. And we'll be excited about that one, and we're winning the period. As we discussed, let's see if we can win this period.
Got a little more work to do.
A little bit more work to do. And that's waved off. It'll have to be played as Helfrich chases. Two skippers there are trying to dig at it. Fitzgerald comes over to even things up. Tonka comes away with it behind Weary. Bumped off the puck by Helfrich. Tonka regains control as they're back in the other direction. Back to the point. Nothing there. Has to dump back into the corner. Helfrich stabs that to the corner. Edina with a few girls there. Back to the point. This time a shot will be, and that is a textbook save from Weary as she escorts that hard into the corner. Very impressed by Weary's stick tonight.
Look out.
Nice job by Williamson there to get a stick on it to
boy.
allow that to go high over the net. Puck trying to get out of the zone, that'll be kept in. Shoved back into the corner, Helfrich giving chase. Morgan trying to flip it over to Carter. Carter now trying to go north and south with it. Bumped off the puck a bit as it enters Edina's zone, and Edina's able to get it out, and McGarvey was almost able to capture that puck as she would have been off to the races with at least a 2-on-1, if not a 1-on-0, with her long strides. And a goal. I don't need to describe it. Found the back of the net. At least two. That's at least two for Boscrone, yep. And she's got two. Hochbaum's got one. Lindsay's got one for sure.
Crazy that Boscrone was also a goalie, like for.
I saw that. Yeah, I remember that.
I mean, she split the time between goalie and.
Definition of an athlete right there, huh?
Goalie.
Yeah.
Yeah, when I first saw her, she was, I think, like only playing goalie.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, when you can play goalie at a high level and then you can come and rip hat tricks at the 12A level. Yeah, I mean, parents at home, don't be looking for those training programs online. That's in your DNA. You're just born with that. Shoot now across neutral ice, one to beat, splits the defense and just bumped off the puck at the last second. Trying to get it over to, I think that's Sauter. Sauter trying to operate to get it back to shoot. Minnetonka trying to get it out. They're finally able to flip it out, and that should be an ice if it reaches, but it's knuckling a little bit, and it just sits there about a foot away from the boards. There's a lot of snow that collects early on these rinks. I mean, we're real early. Like that's been that way since the third period.
Oh, no.
Nice play by Weary to come up big. One of these times the girls will learn to take that body. You don't need to take a penalty, but you do need to get in the way of that body. Morgan now comes over. Minnetonka on an aggressive chase, takes her down. We'll play on. You feel like our girls get taken down more than we take down the other girls?
Yes.
It certainly is the case in a few games.
Oh my God. Yeah, Lindsay, wow. She's wow. What a handful of girls on this team.
Yeah, there's 5 or 6 that can
Wow.
yeah, they can control a good 7 seconds of the game with just their ability. So you have at least 7. I mean, I can name for sure 7 that's like, okay, you got to close on her, you got to bring another one, 2 on the puck to get her off the puck because it's just what it is. Very deep as far as high skill. I mean, you got to hold your breath and Omen gets it. Right? I mean, she is definitely capable of taking that north and south. You got Boscrone, obviously. You got Lindsay. Hochbaum's already gotten to the net 3 times with some fancy hands. Strothman's certainly capable of making something happen. That's 5. Just over 5 remaining here. Edina trying to get it out of their zone a little bit. Fitzgerald runs into a skipper behind the net. Allows the puck to split to Hoffman. It's just trying to drag it through that fort. Snow fort.
It's troublesome.
Yeah, it is. I mean, and both teams have to play it, but there we go. That pass connects, but nobody's there, so we got to dump it. Against Orono, we had girls there a lot, so I got to believe it's just more of a
Timing thing.
well, timing and time. There you go, Taylor. Timing and skill. Like when the teams are, this good and this deep, and you're running your butt off, and you're I think some girls are getting a change there where they're gassed. I think you're going to be gassed more against this team than you are against an Orono team. And Orono wasn't playing that high. Minnetonka plays a very, very tight style of. What am I trying to say? They're very tightly wound, so there's not as much room at neutral ice than there would be against, your Oronos of the world or, your Bloomington Shakopee team. .329 remaining. Williamson trying to throw that in the corner. Hoffman giving chase along with Heinen. Tonka falls down, and Sauter's able to get a stick on it and throw it back the other way, but Tonka will get up. Only have Heinen to take it away behind the net. Heinen now trying to operate. Tonka able to take that away, and they're going to try to skate it out themselves as they come across neutral ice. Forced wide. Still controlling.
Owen looks like she's grown too.
Yeah.
Since we played summer hockey.
Yeah.
Seriously.
Yeah, her dad and I played a lot of basketball together back in the day, St. Cloud area. So he was a basketball guy.
He's a baseball player.
Baseball guy too, yep. Strothman, Tonka punches it to herself. Looking, Tonka's off on a change, has to go to a point, and that slips through. 2.5 remaining. I wouldn't even guess what the shots are. I don't even. I mean, they're not in our favor, but
No.
what do you think? They got 30 maybe?
I think we might have,
That's another shot where he
I
steers
would say
aside.
We have 7 shots in there.
Maybe we got 7. Tonka's maybe got 30. Yeah, like I said, Heinen with a nice job to get the stick in the way there. Forces that puck to go high and wide. Weary watches that go wide into the corner. Tonka looking back to the point, decides to go to the center with it. Halfrich swats that back to the corner. Tonka controlling. Throw dangle. Nice job by Williamson to stick that off. Back to the point. Soft, low shot. Weary with another save. Escorts that to the corner. About 1.5 minutes remaining. Tonka trying to regroup. Weary comes up big with a, look like Don Beaupre on that one. That's a nice save. She's Edina's player of the game tonight.
For sure, MVP. She has been a lot.
She has the $50 gift certificate to Murray Steakhouse. If you remember the Sid Hartman show, you always give a gift card, or in those days it was a gift certificate to Murray's.
Starbucks gift card.
Yeah, Starbucks or a TikTok or something. I don't know. Does that cost money? I don't know. Just over 1 minute remaining. with the blocker. Go. We go. 30 seconds remaining. "20 seconds. Let's just get out of this game without injury." That's you know, with a couple minutes left. Both teams stay healthy, and that's a secondary win at this point. 5 seconds, and that will do it from Braemar Arena. Minnetonka 6, Edina 1. Back at it tomorrow against